Well, good day, everybody. Glad you could join me today. So to continue on with the garden series, we already talked about planning your future garden. And when do you start that? You start that while you're starting to harvest your previous garden. And as you're harvesting, you can see what grew good, what didn't grow, and what grew bad. Now, myself, I always draw like a schematic of my garden and what I have, and I monitor it all year round. Then while I'm doing that, I'm planning out my next season. But I can only plan so far ahead because I don't know how my garden's going to produce fruit for the big harvest at the end of the fall. But I can still plan. And as the garden is growing out through the year, you can see what's giving you problems, what's working and what's not working. Then during your harvest, you'll really know what flourished and what didn't. Then you produce your jams, your preserves, your pickling, and all that, and your stewing of tomatoes or whatnot. Then once you have all that done, then you can judge yourself on what you need for the following year. What are you running low on? Stuff like that. So that's what I did last year. And as the garden was growing, I kept everything monitored. And as I was using everything in the house as far as spices and everything, I decided, you know what, I'm running out of garlic. So I put that on one of my main lists. And that's what I did last fall. I drew out a blueprint of my garden, what was successful and what wasn't, and what do I really need for 2023. So last fall, after everything was done, I sowed in the ground a whole bed of garlic. And I'm telling you, it's going to come out very nice. But now that I have everything else turned up under snow, I still got to plan for my seedlings. And I got to start them now, because right now it's March 12th. It's March 12th, and it's time to start my seeds. So this is what I have with me right now to help me out with this process. Let's take a look at what I got. These are binder clips, but we'll take a look at this a little later. So for now, I'll just put it aside. Okay. So I purchased these items here to help when I sow my seeds. They're like little mini greenhouses for in the house. So what you get is a couple tools. Okay, for your shovels or whatever to plant. You get some markers to identify your plants. Mark with magic marker or something like that. Oh, these are actually very nice. They're not flimsy at all. I thought they were going to be a little bit more flimsier. Very nice. So you get the base. You're looking at probably 2.5 inches high. Yeah, very nice. Oh, these are in good shape too. These are not flimsy at all. These are your individual cells. I have 12. Potting soil. Put your seeds in. Put water in the bottom of this. These here all have holes in them, so it'll absorb its own water. And these are the lids. I just gotta create an air pack. Alright, so that's no problem. Not flimsy at all. Very sturdy. They go on top. And as you can see, they just sit. They don't snap in place. They just sit on top. Alright, so that's your little greenhouse. Now to control the heat, you have these little tabs here that go on the top. So let's snap that in place. Okay, that was pretty easy. So right now it's open, totally closed, because in the lid you have the 4 holes. Okay, so when you turn your dial, you can have it wide open, or you can have it partially closed off, and that's just to release some of the heat, some of the condensation that builds up in there. So I like that idea. So that sits on there. Perfectly. Now, because this is not a firm fit, that's why I got these binder clips. They're what you consider mediums. That's what I got here, the mediums. Do with these is just clip them on. There you go. Now it just kind of secures the lid. I like that. I really do. That's going to make it a lot easier. Like little mini greenhouses for inside the house here. All right, let's take a look at what else I got. Okay, so right here, I picked up some grow lights. Okay, this here is supposed to be 6,500 Kelvins, 23 watts, 23 watts, that's LED, equals the same as a 100-watt bulb. Okay, it's good for 10,000 hours. It's 1 to 600 lux. So let's take a look at that. That's just for my growing lights. And it's supposed to be 6,500 Kelvins. So I got 4. So that's going to come in handy. So there they are there. Nice bulbs. And to help out with that, I got a couple of frames. They're 8.5 inch. I just gotta put it together, I guess. Okay. Now these are going to help a great deal as grow lights, where I can attach them to a table leg or wherever I'm going to have my plants growing, and then angle the light right over top of my seedlings. So that's going to come in handy. It takes some good pressure to squeeze that. So anyways, I got 2 of them that I got to put together. That's going to work out pretty good. That's going to be part of my grow lights. I still got something coming. It'll be here in a couple days, and we'll take a look at that. All right. So let's take a look at what's in this box. All right. Now in here, I have the same idea as the other one. They're seed starter trays, okay? But they're different. So let's take a look at one. All right, let's see what it is. Same type of system with the pods, individual cells. Again, not flimsy whatsoever. Same thing with the holes in the bottom. Yeah, built solid, that's for sure, there's no doubt about it. In this kit, you get a pair of gardening gloves, anti-slip. There's no way, maybe I might, but I think I'll have to give that to the wife because there's no way, I don't think that'll fit my hands. It says one size fit all unless they stretch like crazy. But I'll give that to the wife. Now in here, we have a wiring kit. Again, we got some marking sticks. Now, I'm not gonna write on them with the magic marker. I just thought that I'll use my labeler and mark them with my labeler. That way, when I'm done the season, I could just peel it off in case I want to use these for something else, a different type of seed or whatever. So I'll probably just use my labeler instead of marking it with the markers. But I will put information of the time and date I planted, and also the type of seed, type of plant I'm going to get. This kit also comes with the shovels. Yeah, there's all kinds of them, so that's good. Put that aside. Okay. That's just the instructions, how to set up your packs. Create an air pocket, pull it out. So again, same idea. Fits nice and snug, or nice and snug. There's no play, but, and same as on the lid. The lid also just covers it nicely, and that's why, again, I have the clips. And that's just so that it'll hold the lid on. All right, so we'll take these off. But these ones are now different. Okay. These ones here have LED lights to help with the growing process. So I'll show you the difference with the other ones. There's the difference. Very simple, just snaps in place. You can see the center hole, the other 4 holes. There, just snaps in place, easy to turn. Open, close. So they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a few of them and we'll take a look at the lights. Now, each box has 5 of these. So I bought 3. USB, and these are USB-Cs. That's what it comes with. Easy to plug in. All right, so I'm going to get set up. Oh, you'll need a little brick to get power to this, but I'll show you that. I'll get set up. I'll set them all up and we'll take a look at the lights. All right, so I got them all hooked up. Now, a while ago, I said that that was a type C. It's not. It's a micro B. All right, so just remember that. That's a micro B. These are the blocks I was telling you about. I got 3 of them here. I got, oh geez, I don't know. I got 6, 7, 8 of them. I don't know. But I chose these 3 because I'm going to have 3 different kits. So I'll put these 2 away. And let's plug this in. There. Now, let's put some power to it. There you go. So I'll turn off some lights. We'll take a look at it. But it's daylight. I got the curtains closed. But let's see. Okay, you can see it. So that's my mini indoor greenhouse. Again, that's going to help me out a great deal this year, starting my own plants, eh? It's going to give a good fighting chance. Also, I like the fact that you can control the humidity in here just by opening and closing the vents. But I like it. So let's just put that aside. But yeah, I like that. But now you know why I like putting on them clips. For that simple reason is the domes will secure better. There you go. All right. So that's going to make things a lot easier when I start sowing my seeds. But I have something else to help it out. Because some of your plants, when you're sowing your seeds, the temperature of the soil has to be a certain temperature for it to mature properly and to germinate. And I got something else that I showed you a while ago, but we'll take another look at it. But yeah, so I like it. Nice and bright. It's going to help pretty good. Again, that'd be on the same equivalent as 6,500 Kelvins outdoor light because it's so nice and close. I'm going to put that on probably once it's germinated. I'll probably put it on for 16 hours a day. I'll give 8 hours of darkness, 16 hours of light. So I got 15, so that should help out pretty good. Indoor greenhouse. All right, I'm going to put this away, and we're going to take a look at the mat. All right. So now this is called the Spider Farmer. Okay, that's a heat mat. All right, so let's take another look at it. Since we're talking about sowing seeds, this here is going to be a big asset, that's for sure. So there you go. There it is there. 48 inches by 20 3/4. Comes with its own power supply. Okay, this is all your heat and time control. So you can fine tune this with the temperature you want. And when you start your seeds off, like tomato plants, pepper plants, stuff like this, your earth or your potting soil has to reach a certain temperature before your seeds will properly germinate. It'll give you more success. So you plug this in, you set up the temperature you want, and you just lay it on the mats. So I got room for, I don't know, probably 15 on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a white table. I'm going to set this on top. I'm going to plug her in. And that's where I'm going to put all my starter kits on. Then on top of that, I'm going to have my lights. All right. But all the ones like this that have the built-in lights, once it starts to germinate and everything's good, well, I'm going to move them under the table. And then just keep the ones with no lights on top with my my new light bar that I got with the clamps. So this is going to help me out a great deal. It'll save me a lot of money and time in sowing my seeds. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to set myself up, and I'm going to start filling everything up with potting soil. I'm going to bring out my seeds, and we're going to start sowing seeds. So until next time, thanks for dropping in. And it's a good time now to start your seeds, that's for sure, depending on where you live. I live, like I say, I live in Northern Ontario. We're zone 3. Last year I had a heavy frost between June 18th to the 21st. I had about 3 days of frost, and it damaged my garden a great deal, but I ended up saving most of it. But this is going to help me out, because now I'll be able to start my plants, keep them on a heated mat. Once it starts flourishing and growing, once it gets higher than my container here, I'll take these off, just use my grow lights on top of my table. Then when the temperature is nice and warm during the day, well then I'll put them outside for a couple hours every day, just to climatize the plant and to strengthen it. But I'll also have a fan on my table with a light breeze on the plants, so that it can strengthen the stalk. All right. So, anyways, now's the time you got to think about when to start your seeds. It should be around this time, depending where you live. So, thanks for dropping in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, give me a thumbs up and drop in a comment. Have you guys already started sowing your seeds? And if so, what are you planting this year in your garden? So anyways, take care, guys. Talk to you later. Bye now.